Hello, I'm back again with what my friend Eldon likes to call my Friday night pickups, and I got, I don't know, a lot of stuff this week. I got some stuff from eBay that I had previously ordered and paid for, that I had told you was coming, and I got some stuff that I actually picked up this week in thrift stores. I've been in a whole bunch of thrift stores, and I got a bunch of free stuff that I think you'll be pretty surprised at how much I got for free from my friend Cortland and my older brother Joe. So what I'm going to go through right now is the stuff that I picked up off of eBay and the stuff that I picked up at thrift stores this week. I'll start with the stuff that I got from eBay. So the first thing I got is this box here. A Milton Bradley Microvision. And for those of you that don't know what that is, it is a new concept in electronic game systems, a handheld console with interchangeable cartridges. Now that seems silly now, but this actually came out in 1979. And as far as I'm aware, it is the very first handheld system that had interchangeable cartridges, like it says here. Now, the box is in just about as good a shape as you can expect for anything that came out in 1979. And the styrofoam insert, and the manual, and the pack-in game Blockbuster, which is kind of like Breakout, are all in really, really good shape. Then I also got 6 games that came with it. Now, the games themselves go for around $40 a piece, and one of them I have here goes for even more than that. I got all 6 games and the system for under $50, which I was amazed by. I actually didn't plan on buying it, but I was trying to show my friend Eldon something on the computer on eBay, and whatever search it was we were doing, this popped up at the top, and it was ending in just a few minutes. So on a lark, I put in a bid, and I won it. But it came complete, and it came with 6 games complete in the box. The first one, there's what the game looks like. The first one is Connect 4, Vegas Slots, Mind Buster, Bowling, Pinball, and finally the most expensive one of the group, Star Trek Phaser Strike. Again, I was really surprised to get this, and I'm even more surprised by the condition of everything. It's just in really good condition. Everything's in boxes, everything comes to manuals. Really impressed. However, I have not gotten to try it yet because it takes 2 9-volt batteries, so hopefully it works as good as it looks. The next system I got from eBay, it included this remote controller, so that should give you some clue. And the only problem really with this system is the remote controller has like this gook on it, and I scrubbed and tried everything I could think of to get it off, and it's on there, it won't come off. But it is a system that I've been trying to get for a really long time. I didn't want to buy it off of eBay because they were going for ridiculous prices, and I just could not find one anywhere around here in thrift stores. But I saw this one. It was really, really cheap. I mean, way less than half of what they go for on eBay, and in some cases less than 25% of what they go for on eBay. But it is a CDI, Philips CDI 910. And if you watch my other videos, you know that I got one of these before delivered from eBay, and it was just absolutely trashed. And I got my money back for it. Then I got another unit, one of the cheap Magnavox ones, and it didn't work when it got here. And I got my money back for that one. Well, I bought those games that you saw in one of my other pickup videos a couple weeks ago for 50 cents a piece. So I figured I'd take one more chance, and sure enough, I got one and it works. And wow, do CDI games suck. Maybe I'll do a video of the CDI for you. Oh my lord, that thing weighs a ton. And that is what I picked up off of eBay this week. Or I didn't pick it up off eBay this week, it was delivered from eBay this week. And then I got some games from thrift stores this week. I got a PC game, and it is the complete X-Wing collection on CD. I love the X-Wing games. It was one of the first games that I played just a ton of on the PC, and I have really good memories of it, and now I have them all on one CD. Hopefully they're going to run on a modern computer, we'll see. I got one Atari 7800 cartridge, one-on-one with Dr. J and Larry Bird. Classic. Well, I don't know if it's a classic, but I have it, and I'm going to play it, so hopefully it's a classic. I got Hogan's Alley for the NES, and yes, it's a game, or it's a, well, it's this. It's Wheel of Fortune, but it was in the box complete, and it was dirt cheap, so I bought it, and I'm not ashamed of that. Then I got some other games here, and we'll start with these, the Nintendo 64 games. I got Extreme G, which somebody has pulled a sticker off and it's kind of torn there, and Knife Edge. And then I got two other games I was really surprised to see for $1. I got Super Mario 64, which I already own, but when you see Super Mario 64 for $1, you buy it. And I mean, I haven't even cleaned it up yet, but I mean, really clean cartridge. And then this one I was even more surprised to see for $1, and I don't have this, well, I didn't have this one, I do now. Mario Kart 64. So, major score for $1 on those. I just never wanted to buy Mario Kart 64 for 20 or 25 bucks. It seemed crazy to me. For the Super Nintendo, I got Pitfall, The Mayan Adventure. And somebody had asked me if I'd played this before or if I owned it, and I didn't, but I told them I had it on the Atari Jaguar. Well, now I've got it on the SNES, and I'll let you know how they compare. And finally, for the SNES, I got for $4, I think. Sorry, I'm really tired, so I'm kind of slow on the uptake tonight. Spider-Man X-Men Arcade's Revenge, sealed in the box. Now, somewhere out there is a guy that collects sealed Super Nintendo games. I am not that guy. If I keep this, I'm going to end up opening it and playing it. And since it's from LJN, it's probably not a very good game anyway, so I'm probably putting this one up for sale, considering that the least expensive sealed box I've seen on eBay is $109. And there are some complete in-box ones going for about 80 bucks. Probably going to sell this one on eBay. Then I picked up some systems this week. I picked up 2 Game Boy Advances in cases. I don't know, whatever you call this one, crystal maybe. And this one here, which is like polar white or just white. I don't know. It's that color, white. And they're both in really good looking, clean condition. No scratches, nothing. Got those really cheap. Actually, they had a price written on them in yellow, and the 50% off color that week was yellow, although it's supposed to be for tags. But I conned the teenage girl that was working the counter into giving them to me for 50% off, since they were written on in yellow. I know, I'm a bad person, but hey, I get my discounts anywhere I can. I bought, another Sega Dreamcast, and it came with 2 controllers, a Mad Catz controller with a VMU in it, which I like the big fat controllers because I have big fat hands, a proprietary controller, and all the cords. And it didn't work when I got it, but I cleaned up the power connectors, and I fiddled with the laser, and it works now. Also got this thing here, and it came in this fancy bag. It is a PS1, and it works. And it came with 2 memory cards. It came with the power adapter, and it came with an RF adapter, and it came with the AV cables. Then it came with one of the I don't know what you call it. What is this called here? The 4-player multiplayer adapter. It came with a white PS1 controller. It came with a gray PS1 controller. It came with 2 EA Sports controllers. And it came with, somewhere in here, a DualShock controller. And then it came with 4 games. It came with Rampage, Tekken 2, Extreme Go-Kart, and Tomb Raider. All complete, and everything works. It amazed the heck out of me. All that crap for one low, low price. And then I got an additional 35% off of it because I used my discount card. Is not quite it. Today I was with another friend, Cortland. Yeah, Cortland. And we were at a Mennonite thrift store. And I saw something I've been looking for a really long time. And it didn't have a price on it. But I took and I plugged it in, tested it, and the door wouldn't open. So I thought, well, I don't know, I'll go see what it costs. We went up and I talked to the 2 really old Mennonite ladies behind the counter. And they called over a slightly less old Mennonite lady and asked her what she wanted for it. She said, well, we had 3 of them, and the other 2 sold for $25, so that one will probably sell for $25 too. And I said, well, the door doesn't open, and it doesn't have the remote control. And she said, well, what do you think about $10? And I said, well, $10 isn't bad, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it working. So I'd feel more comfortable with $5. Well, she said, fine, you can have it for $5. My friend Cortland said that I was a jerk for bilking the people in the Mennonite thrift store, and that I would probably go to hell for that. But I bought it anyway. Now, I told you that I've been looking for this system for a really long time. And of course I find it now. 2 days after I got another one from eBay. It's a CDI. A CDI 220 to be exact. And aside from the fact that it doesn't have a remote, and the door doesn't currently open, and I think I'm going to be able to fix it, it's in better shape than the one that I got off of eBay. And I got it for $5. Doesn't that just figure? You know, the minute that you break down and buy something off of eBay, and granted I got a great deal on it off of eBay, then you find it locally. It just, and I had been at this thrift store just a couple weeks ago, and they didn't have these 3 CDIs. They didn't have one of these CDIs. I know because I specifically looked for a CDI there. So somewhere between 3 weeks ago when I was there and today, they had 3 of them. I guess at least I got one. I just wish I could have gotten one of the ones that had the controller. Or remote. Well, that is everything that I paid for this week. And I'll probably put up another video Sunday night of all the stuff that I got for free. And I got almost as much stuff for free as I bought. So that's a really cool thing. But thank you guys for watching. This is, I guess, my Friday night pickup video, according to Eldon. And I'll talk to you guys Sunday night. Well, maybe sooner. Who knows? I almost forgot my favorite pickup of the week. It is not video game related, but it's from one of my favorite television shows of all time. And it is the Stig Soap on a Rope. I now can smell like the Stig, or according to the box, the great smell of Stig. That's awesome. Stig Soap on a Rope. Thanks.